To say that the Force works in mysterious ways is to admit one's ignorance. For any mystery can be solved through the application of knowledge and unrelenting effort.
Any mystery can be solved through knowledge and unrelenting effort. Knowledge via a healthy mind, unrelenting effort, fortified and steeped in a healthy heart. Combine the two, integrate the two, and you have holistic intelligence. And you ultimately transcend all the muck and clarify all into a pure reality that no matter how bleak, no matter how seemingly hopeless, you can transcend, you can do what must be done, if you care. Welcome to Monad of Creation, episode 16. It's been a good while, and a lot has changed. We've gone through 2020, big year. Lots of people learned a lot of new things about themselves and the objective external reality we're all immersed in. And many people are finding hard-hitting truths, heavy truths about themselves, and once again, the external reality we all live in. And perception, perspective, experiential knowledge, experience in general, and knowledge from external sources are all a vital, integrated, holistic whole. A holistic whole, yes. So, to be able to perceive things accurately, things that are going on outside of you, things that are going on within you, mind and heart will have to be equally nurtured and merged, equally paid attention to, equally checked on, and healthily integrated into a holistic intelligence, a generative core. I've spoken a lot about the generative core on this show. Holistic intelligence is primarily the foundation of self-mastery, if not the most vital component of the overall foundation in self-mastery. And knowing yourself, knowing how to operate with others, knowing how to operate in realms, knowing how to be still, knowing how to take flight, knowing how to dive within. So, this show, Monad of Creation, episode 16, will be the first of many going in a more grounded, still very indwelling ascent into the great work that has already been laid out. But, before we get into it, I do want to share some field notes. I notice a lot of individuals are still, if not heavily polarized, slightly polarized, and one who is very honest with themselves and really totally respects themselves, especially devotees of the ineffable, of the unutterable one, of God, if you will. Doesn't matter. devotees of truth. That's what it is. They don't want any polarization, any polarized consciousness, any fragmentation of the mind and heart, any components of being. And ultimately, the human experience is healing and evolution. And with a polarized mind or heart, polarization at all, duality at all, one cannot operate and function optimally. Surely not well. Definitely not optimally. And so, I've seen groups, communities all over. I observe a lot. Continue to just get, a little more fragmented here and there, and there's nothing inherently wrong with it. There's nothing right or wrong about any of this. It's about growth and decay. That's what it's about. It's about evolution, healing, and a lot of the minds and hearts, a lot of the beings that I hear about, see, talk to, everything, purely perspective, still quite need this fundamental knowledge of what they are and how they work at a very base level. This is very, very, very base level, streetwise biospirituality. So this is very honing in on episode 6, which was about Hyros Gamos' sacred union within and epigenetics and my personal path, and very briefly describing my personal path and applying my choices via my actions, my thoughts, my feelings, and paying very close attention to them and aligning them with truth. Truth is all that ever has been, and all that will continue to be. And ignoring that occurs when beings lack holistic intelligence. You can either ignore it partially or entirely. Nothing is black and white, Nothing is black and white. Nothing is light versus dark. Nothing is victimizer, blame game. So we're going to jump into it. So holistic intelligence, one way to describe it briefly is strong intuition in alignment with truth. And one must apply this strong intuition in alignment with truth to their every waking thought and their every choice. I say waking thought, but every thought, whether you're in dream state or awake in your physical. So, strong intuition in alignment with truth. It's holistic intelligence, and how do you get there? How do you really get there? It takes a lot of experience. In some cases, to begin, for beginning to learn holistic intelligence. Others are just clicks and they start integrating right away. But therein lies the fact that once you integrate, it becomes a part of your experience. So, major components with holistic intelligence are mind and heart. And with mind, we'll go into that first. Mind governs the realm, your mind, your brain, you could say. It governs knowledge. I'm saying mind right now, okay? M-I-N-D. Governs knowledge, objective and experiential knowledge. What you learn from outside source is in the realm of mind, ultimately. And what you learn through experience goes often through the ideas and thoughts you have in your head, in your mind. So knowledge, right? And intellect. And logic. It's all the thinking, all the problem solving, often the research phase, cross-correlative things, the things that are heavily associated with thinking, mind, right? And this transmission is very, very, very basic, as it can be sent off to almost anyone. This is intentional. So everybody has a mind, right? Everyone in a human vessel has a mind. We can agree on this. And there are a lot of, variables, which dictate how well the mind is operating. We're not going over that. We're going over what the mind does. This is all about what these components do. What they do. The quality of them is a whole other topic. So what do they do? The mind governs knowledge, intellect, and logic. Behaviors, processes, actions, phenomenon dealing with all of that. In the heart, in the realm of heart, you got emotion is the first thing to acknowledge. If the heart is running purely off itself alone, often beings will be very emotional. They do not feel, they are emotional. There is a difference. Emotions are often unconscious. And they feed the user. So, the heart governs in an imbalanced, or purely misled heart emotion, 100%, And then heart also governs, whether it's healthy or not, intuition, an intuitive spark. You intuit a thought, you divine a thought. You feel a thought, you feel something. In reality, you feel something about yourself. It's just innate. It's an innate feeling, your intuition, intuitive spark. Intuitive core is driven by the realm of heart. Intuition, love, and resonance. Resonance, often magnetic, often very magnetic. Resonance is a huge one. Resonance can be very, very, very beneficial and offer growth, abundance, generative principles, and resonance can also heavily mislead. resonating with something. I resonate with that. I resonate with this. Those types of things. So resonance. Once again, here's a neutral component. It depends on the foundation. It depends on the makeup. But resonance in the realm of heart, right? Can offer heavy misleading or generative principles such as abundance, generation through a generative core. So we got mind, your thoughts, thinking these things like that. Knowledge, objective and experiential, intellect and logic. And we got heart. So emotion, misled states of consciousness, misled states of being. We've got heart with intuition, love, and resonance. Those are the basic main components, yet they're very vital. This needs to be really understood, eventually overstood, to foster holistic intelligence. The mind and the heart integrated. When you integrate the two components, you got healthy knowledge, which has been talked about in the early episodes. You can go back to the knowledge episode. A little higher frequency, but back episodes 1 through 15, very different vibe. But with knowledge, it's got to be based in objective reality and self-respect. Objective reality is objective truths that are immutable. It's reality, it is truth. In the experiential knowledge, which is based in self-respect. Because when a being respects themselves, they're honest with themselves. They don't lie to themselves. So healthy logic, healthy, processes going on in the mind. It's all programming. Is the program healthy, right? And the heart, emotion, intuition, love, resonance. This is whether this is healthy or not. The heart, it's often. Just think about it, okay? The heart, what is it often kept in check by? The mind, right? What is known? What is known? And the mind often checks the heart, when you're not sure, you're being discerning, or it's all their story. Let's just assume someone is actually being discerning. As much as I hate to make assumptions, you're being discerning, and your mind is checking your heart, you're checking your feelings, checking your resonance, you're checking your intuition. Your mind, your healthy mind, is checking all the time, checking your heart, right? So let's say you resonate with something, resonate with it a lot. I don't care why you resonate with it, okay? You just do. Somebody does. This being resonates heavily. Someone who surely doesn't have holistic intelligence, but someone who doesn't have a quite healthy enough mind to do this, they won't be checking their resonance at all. Sometimes, often, there will be resonance checks, but they won't be very good. At that point, if you are making resonance checks with your mind, once again, this comes back. It's a symbiotic relationship. You're checking your heart with your mind. But if your mind is either healthy, based in truth, or decrepit, decaying, stagnant, very dissonant, based in misleading subjectivity, anything that facilitates decay, really. Anything that does not facilitate truth and abundance. If your mind is based in that, and you're checking your heart with a mind based in that, illusion, a mind based in illusion, you might resonate with illusory things or misleading things. So some beings can end up in a false state of holistic intelligence. It's very interesting, and it's all about programming, foundation, integration, and constant self-checks, constant observation, engaged detachment, brutal honesty, unconditional love. Alright, so let's say in your mind something you've come to realize or you see out in reality draws you in because with a bunch of synchronicities that line up, or facts that line up. Facts with often they're false facts, so they're actually lies. Lies that you think are facts. Your mind is super into the new profound knowledge that someone found, right? Just imagine something you found that you're really into. Alright, well, if everything lines up in the realm of logic, intellect, knowledge, are you just riding with it? 100% you're riding with it and that's it? Or is there going to be some sort of healthy discernment with the heart? Is this thing facilitating growth for people, healing for people? Is it true? And truth goes in both realms. We've covered truth on this show. Truth is all reality, all that is, all that ever has been, all that will continue to be. It's all what is within you and all that is outside of you. It's simple, to ignore reality is to invite dissonance within and without. It's true. Holistic intelligence prevents inviting dissonance within and without. So you got a bunch of knowledge and new information, don't know how to quite discern it. So if your heart is misled, you could just agree with some bunk in the realm of mind. So keeping healthy knowledge, healthy feelings, and resonance is vital on both ends for holistic intelligence, because with the holistic intelligent approach, you're checking back and forth, symbiotic flow, and ultimately once this is practiced enough and it's nature, you're back, you're purified. A being has become pure again through the cleansing fire of truth. You've become a master of self again, sovereign under the ineffable. You're a co-creator once more, and in true devotion to truth. You're going to need holistic intelligence. You need to operate properly. And yes, properly. You've made it this far, surely you agree that proper behavior is a thing. Because if you agree proper behavior is a thing, you're already following under the prerequisite of caring about harmony and abundance, growth, and sovereign unification, individualization with unified existence. You care about that, right? If you don't care about that, that's fine. It's totally fine. All is well. This is really just a simple, stepwise breakdown of holistic intelligence that most people can hear. So you check in your mind and heart constantly. It's symbiosis within. And this brings in a union. You know, if you think about it, the mind is a very energetically masculine thing. And the heart is energetically a very feminine component. We talked about this in episode 6. Talked about it a lot. So those are two poles, right? You merge the two. It's the mother, father, and the child. All this type of stuff. Intellect, intuition merging. When you merge your intellect, healthy intellect, and you merge your healthy intuition, I should say this, working. It's not broken intuition, right? It's not broken intellect. Nothing with holistic intelligence is broken, and it's all pure. So, with this comes union within. And with that comes true feeling. True feeling. You feel, okay? No emotion as no. Feeling is eternal, energetic knowledge, which facilitates abundant symbiosis. It's highly aware. It's a pillar of awareness, high-level awareness. You know, we've talked about how you get this type of awareness and beyond awareness. Broadcaster cannot even comprehend. When I say the ineffable, the unutterable one, I truly mean it. Many things can be known. Things should always be strived to be known, healthily, but not all things will be known to most beings. So, holistic intelligence facilitates and encapsulates devotion to truth. True devotees who are in sacred union within, and it fosters capital C care via true feeling. This is true healthy intuition. And at this point you can trust resonance. This comes after a lot of this is experiential. It's along the path of actual bioregenesis, which is essential. It's healing. Humans are healing, you know, fragmented pieces of self to know the ineffable, the unalterable one. It's really, you know, the unrelenting desire for clarity through purification of cleansing fire, truth, unrelenting desire for clarity via purification of cleansing fire, truth. And you can tell, you know, the way I described it, I described the holistic intelligence, the unified, holistic, generative core of, you know, a functioning template, not broken. It works. This is how beings operate. And things are fragmented. It's not too great. Often, a broken heart operates with conditional love. And a broken broken mind operates within conditions fostered by illusion, false conditional reality. Those are fragmented components of mind and heart. You know, when it's holistic and it's unified under union, generative core, it's not the sort. Nothing of the sort. There's pure clarity. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and there's a lot of unseen. There's a lot of unseen. You know, it's nothing scary. It's nothing really unknown. It's only natural. A lot of unseen components to this behavior and embodying these principles of mind and heart. Transcending duality. No victim, victimizer, blame games. Owning self, respecting self. Brutal honesty with yourself and others. You know, engaged detachment. All these things. They foster, you know, unconditional love. And right now on this planet, it's often fueled by conditional disgust for the state of things. In the genuine mind and heart. In the genuine, holistic, intelligent being. So, I want to keep this one short. I want to thank everybody who's crossed my path. Greatly appreciate and adore all of you. Adore all of creation. I adore and revere the unlovable one. And through holistic intelligence, I have come to this natural state of being. That's my subjective experience and perspective for you, which is based in objectivity, right? So, I want to thank Old Tower for the intro and outro tracks. The intro is from Deep Within My Somber Castle Halls, and the outro is Stellary Wisdom. Off the demo EP, Stellary Wisdom from Old Tower. So hails, brother, I appreciate it. You are my 432 hertz of the new age. Of course, 432 hertz is great, but I really love the music, and it fits my vibe. And thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Check out the Patreon, everybody, if you want to support the work. It helps me a lot. Helps the work a lot. Helps do what must be done. Check out the Telegram feed and pay attention. Respect yourself. If you actually respect yourself, you will inherently respect others. And become a devotee of truth. Not a worshiper of truth. No religion as known. You'll have true care. Thanks so much. Stay up. Thank you, Wakan144, for the $33 Patreon monthly support. Check out the brother's work, his WordPress, Wakan144, Instagram, Wakan, WAKAN144. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Hails.